Hey everybody, Chris Marlowe and Scott Hastings. Well, in front of a record crowd, the Nuggets lived up to expectations tonight. They beat a Houston team who they had not been able to beat for 9 straight games back since 2015. And Scott, they did it the old-fashioned way. They scored a bunch of points.
Yeah, somewhere Doug Moe was watching down in San Antonio going,
yeah.
I recognize that team, and it started, well, all of them. But Malik Beasley, and you and I were talking before the game, somebody has to be a monster, not just Nikola Jokic, no Gary Harris, no Jamal Murray tonight. Who is that? Malik got his, second start of the year. And I thought he was in Fuego from the beginning.
It seemed like the Rockets didn't know who he was or what he could do. And he just kept scoring and scoring. Ended up with 35. And an assortment of dunks and shots and threes. Wow, 12 of 17.
Listen, when your shooting guard is 12 of 17, that is impressive. And you look at that 5 of 9 from the three-point line. And when Denver makes threes, and they made 14 of them tonight, Malik Beasley, listen, everybody say, he just fell into that game. Okay, he just fell in that game. I think it's time to sit there and say Beasley's here now. He's legit.
He's arrived.
Yeah, I think he's arrived. Absolutely.
I like your comparison to Vinnie Johnson also. He comes in and just starts to light things up. One thing the Nuggets did particularly well tonight that we haven't seen all season, or at least a lot of the season, is fast break. They got out on the break tonight and ran. This was like vintage Nuggets.
Yeah, the second game of the year, they had 33 fast break points. This is the second highest total since the second game of the year.
Yeah.
So some 40-some games later, they had 24 tonight, but they got some stops. There's not many teams that can go on a track meet, especially if you're making shots. You and I said before the game, you got to make shots too. But there's not many teams that can run with Houston and Golden State. I think Denver's one of those teams now, to be honest. Even Philly. I mean, Philadelphia's a fast team also. So and we'll see them on this road trip coming up. But man, it was outstanding. They got out, and as good as this team is in the half court, when they're getting easy baskets, I mean, you call them easy.
Yeah.
You pull up threes.
Those were easier.
But when you're getting those easy scores, I mean, how do you stop that team?
Yeah. So, with the win, the Nuggets go back into first place by virtue of the tiebreaker. They get the better division record over the Golden State Warriors. And tomorrow they'll be in first place in the West for 43 days. It was 42. A reminder, tomorrow night we're on the air, 7 p.m. Is it 7 p.m. here? 6 p.m. I'm told. 6 p.m.